So hi creatives, my name is Maria Moshiri and I'm here with a tutorial in 2D. I am going to teach you how to rig a 2D character in After Effects using Duik Bassel. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do and hit the notification bell so that you cannot miss out on any new video that I'm going to be making. So a lot of my friends had been asking me on Facebook and on Instagram how I rig my characters, and I usually direct them to maybe a tutorial, but I decided to make one of my own so that because every tutorial is different, every person has their own way of doing things, and this is my way of doing this, which is rigging. I've not followed any guidebook or anything. It is just how I hack this and as long as it works, I usually say why not. So guys, I hope you're going to learn, and please support my channel by subscribing. Let's jump into it. So this is my Illustrator file, and today we're going to be using this my character, which is a lady, as you can see. And if you're wondering what the white circles over here, what they are for, these are just the guides. I usually tell beginners to use the guides because they become much more simpler to spot where the joints are, where the arm and the hand are meeting, or where the thighs and the calves are meeting, or maybe the neck with the shoulders and stuff. So I usually say if you're not really sure about where they are joining, it is better you use the guides. So I've divided my character into layers. Like for example, you can see I have the arm. Here on my right, I have the forearm, as in the right is my layers. I have the hands, the thighs, like they are all in different layers. Let us take my lady into After Effects. So what you do is you go to After Effects, you import your character from, let's say, Illustrator or Photoshop, whichever that you would prefer. I don't know where you made your character from, but it is usually the same principles. So I'm going to import my girl into After Effects. I have named her Girl Fin. So just a minute. So so here it is. So you have to say retain layer sizes, then click import. So here she is, but then I think I should change the background color since it looks like it's clashing with her hair. So you go to composition settings, and then you go to background color. Maybe I can choose purple and use it, and I think we can go with purple since I think everything else is seen clearly. Maybe I can just open my guides, and then once you are here, once you're here, I'm going to show you how. Okay, for the head, you can see that it is not in the same layer. So one trick I usually use is just create a null to create a null and name it head control. And then I link everything on the face to the head null, to the head control, sorry, like so. So let's say, so here is our null. You can see that everything is moving with the null. Now what we have to do is link the null with now this face, with the head or the face, which however you want to call it. So let's link the head null, the head control to the head. Now when you select the head, you will see that it is moving together. Voila. Yeah, so that is the trick I usually use here. And then now after here, you can even hide the layers for the face. You can just hide it because you're not really going to use them. So to hide the layers, you can just click the eye, the icon that looks like an eye, like a single eye. You can click it. Sorry. To hide the layers, what you have to do is look for this small rectangle that looks like something with two eyes over here where I'm pointing with my mouse. And then you can, like, after you've selected all of them, you can click it once, and then you go on the top here. The icon says hide all layers for which the shy switch is set. So click it, and you can see that they have gone, but that is just temporarily. We can bring them back if we wanted to by just unclicking these hide layers. Yeah. So after here, we are going to import our Duik Bassel. So in case you have not imported it, so in case assuming you already have it, but if you do not have it, you can just pause this video and go to Google and look for Duik Bassel free download. It is free. It doesn't take a lot of time. You just need a connection to your Wi-Fi and install it. Maybe I can make a separate video about how you can download and install it, but for me, I have it. So you go to File and go to Scripts and then Run Script File. If you do not remember where you had saved it, you can just search here. I can say Bassel, and voila, here it is. So you just click on it and say Open. So here it is. It is actually a really simple tool. It doesn't even make your machine overheat and stuff, so for lack of a better word. But here it is. You can see we have many icons over here. We have the create structures, we have the link and constraints, we have the automation, we have the create controllers, we have the tools. Yeah, and on the top here we have simple notepad, we have the rigging, we have animation, we have camera, we have tools, we have settings, and then we have the help. But today I'm going to be your help. Don't worry about that. So under automation, there are all of these. We're not even going to use all of them, maybe one or two. Yeah, because today it is just about how to rig a character like a boss. Yeah. So the first thing we're going to do, there's one thing I need to tell you guys, because you might find other tutorials that are different from mine. For my chest, I usually create just one layer, like as you can see here, like just one. I don't divide it into three at first. I'll use the bones to divide it into three, because I'll tell you the reason why I do that at the end of the video. So this is my style. I'm not using any guide that I saw somewhere. This is just how I chose to go around this. So let's begin with the chest. So we can make it more clear by clicking on the small circle that says solo. It solo hides all non-solo videos. Like it hides all the other layers, and you can focus on just one layer. So let's click it. Yeah, and then under links and constraints, we have on the fourth layer we have add bones. Before you go to that, there's on your top bar we have the puppet pin tool over here, the one that looks like a pin. So you can click on it, and then you go down to your, I've named mine chest for luck. I've just named everything chest. You can name it however you want it to, but for lack of a better whole word, like the section between the neck and the thighs, I've just named it chest. So here we're going to divide it into 4. So maybe we can start with one here at the bottom on the hips, and then one at the top, the bottom of the hips a little bit further up. You can create the second one, Then we have one for the torso. Then we have one for the shoulders. So under the chest, we can see there's a new layer created that is called the puppet, and then under it there's the mesh one, and then there's deform. I like renaming mine here because the bones will be using the name that is appearing here. So let's say this is our chest. This is our upper torso. You can remember, you can name it however you want. I'm not sure if the whole thing, if my lower torso is really the lower torso. I'm not sure where it ends. You have to forgive me on that. I've not done my research. And then here, these are my hips. Yeah, so after this you select the 4 and then you click on add add bones. Yeah, you can see it doesn't even waste time. So we have our 4 bones over here. So here, this is what we're going to be using as our divisions. Yeah, so you can see it has carried the name over here the way you had named it down there, although some of them you cannot see them since it usually cuts some names if they do not fit on the space. So after this, you can even lock your chest layer depending on how you've named it by clicking on this. You can see there's a small icon for padlock, so you can just click on this empty box here to lock it. And then after this, now we're going to use the rig, the outer. We're going to use the hominid first before we go to the outer rig. You don't even have to select any layer. You just go to the hominid and click it. And watch the magic happen. You can see there's some things happening over there. Yeah, it is forming some bones for it. So yeah, here they are. Let us just reduce this. You can see there are some new layers that are formed with the prefix S. As you can see, now you can just extend that brush so that you can see your character clearly. So you can see we have like the left part of the hands, the right part, we have the spine. For the spine, you have to go from the bottom up, like you have to use the bottom first instead of the up, instead of up of the top. Like for example, the hands, you just use the top to control everything, but for the spine you have to use the bottom part to control everything. So that is something to note. Also, your character should be facing on your left, so let us place them accordingly. So let's start with the left hand side. So here, this is where the guides come into practice. They come into use over here, since now I don't have to keep looking if that is the right place. I just have to follow the white circles like so. Then the red part is the one that ends. You have to, it's like the tip, it has to end on the bottom part. I go to the right side. Again, you can choose to solo your hands side so that you can see more clearly, but I think I can just use my circles to see. Here you can zoom in to see clearly. Then let's go to the thighs. You can even rotate it like as you have seen. Yeah, So let's go to the right part. So I hope I'm not going too fast. If I am, you can just pause the video and do it, follow what I've done, and then you continue playing the video. So let's go to the torso, the hips. So here you follow the bones that you had created, the red, you can see these red pins. Remember, it is bottom up. You work your way from the bottom to the tip. So the red circle has to end at the top of the hair. Yeah, so I think our rig is our placement is complete. Let's see if everything is okay. Okay. We have come to my favorite part about this Duik Bassel. So what you do at this point, you select all the layers with the prefix S, and then you go to the link and the constraints, and then you have to click on the outer rig options. Remember, you have to select all the layers with the prefix S, otherwise it is not going to work. You're going to click it, and then you say outer rig, and wait for the magic to happen. So as you can see, it has not even taken a lot of time. As you can see, let us hide my character since we have not yet linked the initial parts to the new layers. Let us just first hide our initial character, so that you can see something amazing. Yeah, you can see something pretty interesting to me, that is. So after you have hidden those layers, you can see we are left. Don't mind about the head, since we have already hidden those layers. I don't want to keep going back, because you can see the face features. So here, this is the the mid part of the body. So if you move it like that, like so, you can see the bones are moving like a skeleton. Yeah, if you want to move the hands, as so, the other hand, you can see it is moving perfectly well, like how a normal human being would. Yeah, well, almost. So yeah, you can see it's really fascinating. The people who create these scripts I do really respect them. So we can undo and bring our layers back, and then at this point forward, you have noticed that there are some layers with the twos at the end. So so for it to be easier, for the ones with the twos, I would recommend you replace the two with left. Let me show you. So like the two, you replace it with left. L for left, the calf to L to F, the foot and nail. Just for the main, you don't really have to change the heels and the tiptoe and the toes. You're not really going to use them in this structure. The arms, they have left hand, left. Oh no, this is yeah, it's still two. So left, L, L, and then the ones that don't have a 2 at the end, you rename them to R. You just add an R at the end for the right hand side. So so that you don't get confused later. For the spine, you can just let it be. For the foot, rename it to R. The calf. Remember, the calf is the part between the thighs and the foot. So after you've done that, you can even hide your no, let us not hide it first. So you go to your foot right, you come to this layer, these layers that are here that are written none, the second ones, because there are two that are written none. So you go to none, and then you look for, if it is, for example, foot right, you look for foot right over here on this white bar. So we're going to look for foot right. Yeah, for me it is usually a little bit tricky for me to find it, since I usually get overwhelmed with all these words over here. But let's just keep pushing. I don't know if you guys can see foot right, because I cannot see it. Oh man, this sucks. Like, foot right. Let me see, there's thigh right. Yeah, here it is. Voila. Finally, we have the calf right, thigh right. We have the foot left, calf left, and then now you have to do the same thing to all of them. It's just the same principle. So let me complete this. Hand left. Remember, you're not linking it to the ones with the prefix C, but the ones with the prefix S. Don't get confused over there with those with the two prefixes. So hand left, here it is. Hand right. The neck, you connect it to the neck. The chest, you can still connect it to the chest, no, to the spine too. The hips to the hips. Lower torso to the spine, upper torso to spine too. You can connect this, the one named chest, to the neck, and then head, you connect it to the head. You can close your guide layer and even hide it if you want to. Arm right, we had notes. Arm right. Forearm right. Forearm is the part between the arms and the hand. So it's, yeah, that part, this part over here. So right now we can hide our bone layers, because our structure looks a little bit crowded, like there are so many things going on. So we can hide the layers with the prefix S over here. You can just hide the eye like that, and then we can also shade them. No, we can shade them by clicking there. Can also shade the ones with the prefix B, because we are not using them anymore. And here we are left with our characters and the main parts of the bones, as you can see. Wow, so this is where the magic was. I remember the first time I saw this, I was really impressed, because this is a lifesaver, if you would ask me. Yeah, so let's test our rig. You can also save girl new. So we have the other one, same principle. And then for the torso, for the hips, so you see, that is why I made the chest to be just one, because you see there are no like ugly edges over here. Like you can see there are no like some ugly stuff coming over here, because earlier I used to use that, but then I noticed that it leaves some untidy stuff, so I decided to come up with something like this. So you can see when you rotate the spine, it's so real, it is lovely. The back is just fine, yeah. And if you want to rotate the head, you can see it is rotating. Yeah, exactly. Nice, this is so lovely, guys. And then for the shoulders, you can see she can bend on the top only. So I hope guys, I hope your rig is also coming out good as well, even better than mine. You even have the whole body control over here. You can see it can control the whole part and even leave the hands behind, but I would recommend the hands to be behind the hips. The ones on the right should be behind the thighs, that is, so that you don't have some ugly stuff, so that when we bend it, you don't have it seemingly not to be unreal, like so. For the work cycle, you go to the links and you go to automation, and then at your bottom you'll see a work cycle, a foot, and the tools icon right down here, and then you can click on it. And then after the magic has created itself, you hit on the preview, the play, or maybe on the space. Sorry, I think you have to select the layers with the prefix C first. So you can see it has already even positioned itself. So remember, you have to select the layers with the prefix C for the work cycle. Then you hit the work cycle. Wow, guys, just look at this. She's already walking. I don't even think I took 5 seconds, just 3 seconds, and you're good to go. You can see now she's walking. I know it's not perfect, but I think it's a good job, since the software is already, the plugin is doing all the work for you, so there's not even anything to complain about. And then for specifics about if you want to make the work cycle a little bit more funny, more bubbly, yeah, like to seem like the girl is a little has a lot of kgs or a lot of pounds, you come to there's a new layer that I created here called control work cycle. Yeah, you can go to effects, walk cycle, and then with here there are some secondary controls over here that allows you to increase the swing on any part of the body that you would want. Like here we have the body swing, we have the hip swing, we have on the arms, we have the feet in height, like there's just so many things that you can change about the way it is working. Yeah, but my favorite part about this is you are able to control, like, look, you can change the weight of the girl. Let's say, like right now it's 70 kgs, as you can see over here. Let's see if we put it into 100 kgs. Yeah, 100. Then she'll walk a little bit slower. Yeah, like so. And if, let's say, we put 50 kgs, her speed increases like so. Sorry, mine is buffering a little bit, but you can see she's working a little bit faster. If you want to increase the energy, you can do so too. Just wait a minute until it has continued previewing. Yeah, now you can see it has increased the energy. You can even change the type of the walk cycle to dancing. Yeah, so like she's walking all bubbly, like she's excited. Yeah, I just really, it's wonderful. I just think it's wonderful. The first time I used it, I was just so wowed. Like, I really do appreciate the guys that make this stuff. Without them, we wouldn't be doing all this cool stuff over here. Like, you can just play around with all of these items. I really don't have to show you. Like, I think it is self-explained. You just have to read on the instruction on if it is the neck, or if it is the feet in height, if it is the body swing. You just increase the numbers, decrease the numbers. You can even like change the numbers like in the middle of the walk. You can, on the general motion, you can click on this. You can make a keyframe over there, and then maybe the character can walk for some seconds. You make another character, and then you increase the general motion. You can decrease it or increase it the way you want it. And then now let's see what happens. You can see it is starting faster and then it's slowing down. I don't know if you can see it. I think there's no major difference. Yeah, it is slowing down. Then you can see that she's slowing down because I've decreased the general motion. Yeah, so that's it guys for today. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment. I can make a part 2 of this if there's something that is unclear. Yeah, if you guys ask for part 2, I'm going to make it on this Duik Bassel rig. If you want me to be more detailed, if you want me to clarify something, you can also reach out on my IG account, which is Miss254 Animator. You can ask me anything on my DM. I will answer you. So we have come to the end of the video. I hope you have learned a lot, and where you feel like I've left out, kindly type it on the comment section or DM me on my Instagram page at Miss254 Animator. I'll have the link on my on this video, under the video, so that you can feel free to ask any question that you want, and you can suggest on a video that you would like me to make. Yeah, next week I'll make sure that I create a video once every week, and I hope you guys are going to support this channel by liking and subscribing and ringing the notification bell so that you do not miss on any new thing that I'm going to be posting so that we can learn and grow together, right? So peace out guys, see you in the next video. Bye.